The Lower Highland neighborhood in Denver, Colorado, also known as LoHi, is known for its great restaurant and bar scene, vibrant young professionals, and central location that allows LoHi to have one of the highest walkable scores for any neighborhood in all of Denver. Today, we'll highlight all the things you need to know if you're thinking about staying here or even moving to the area. From demographics and vibe to the can't miss spots and attractions, we're going to cover everything LoHi. LoHi is located just west of downtown and it's shaped like a triangle. Its borders on the map are Interstate 25 on the southeast edge, Zuni on the west, and 38th on the north border. Being right next to I-25 allows you to get on the highway quickly and get to any part of town or the mountains quick, making it a great spot to live for people who just want city living but have a job in a different part of Denver. LoHi is a smaller part of the larger Highland neighborhood. It got its name Lower Highlands because it's down the hill from the high point and certainly has its own vibe and feel from the rest of the Highlands. Locals will tell you though, the true heart of LoHi and where a majority of the action and LoHi feel are right here. Most of what we explore later in the video will live right in this area. In this one tiny area, you'll find some of the finest Denver has to offer. Let's talk about the cost of living here. There's a variety of homes in LoHi, and the cost ranges from around $600,000 for a small one-bedroom studio apartment, well into the high $2 million for a larger, modern home. A healthy budget for buying in this neighborhood at the time of shooting this in the summer of 2022 is between $800,000 and $1.5 million. Rent in the area is fairly pricey, with a one-bedroom renting for $2,000 on average, and rents can easily climb into the low to mid $3,000s for a two-bedroom apartment. Homes for rent will be closer to the high $3,000s or more depending on room count. LoHi has seen a ton of scrapes in the area, and it's not uncommon to see brand new townhomes or duplexes, mostly done in a modern style, right next to a 100-year-old brick home. You'll get a true mix of old and new here, along with a bunch of newly built apartment buildings for people who aren't ready to buy yet, but want the LoHi experience. The good news is LoHi is full of old, beautiful churches scattered throughout the neighborhood to help keep that traditional neighborhood feel. It's worth a wander around to see them all, each unique in their own way. The vibe in LoHi is a very young professional one. Ages range greatly in LoHi, but you're most likely to see a good mix of mid-20s to 40-year-olds. The other age ranges are well represented too, but one thing they all have in common is LoHi residents are typically vibrant and active. This is definitely not a sleepy community, so if you're looking for an area with a slower, quieter pace, this is probably not for you. The good news is, just a few streets away, the neighborhoods do get quieter and you can have the best of both worlds with quick access to LoHi and all it has to offer. On the north side of LoHi, you'll find Sunnyside and Berkeley. Both have a more community feel, but are just a 2-minute bike ride away from LoHi and downtown. To the west is West Highlands, which has a great neighborhood vibe and a bunch of its own attractions like the 32nd and Lowell District. On the south is Jefferson Park, also known as the land of the townhomes with rooftop patios. Then to the west is downtown and Riverfront. Riverfront commonly gets tossed into LoHi because of its proximity and connectedness to LoHi. Many downtown residents of the last decade have moved over into LoHi as it gives a more neighborhood feel without losing access to the benefits of downtown. Another bonus is you're within walking distance of all 3 major sports venues, Ball Arena being the closest where the Nuggets and Avalanche play, along with the countless concerts that come through, Mile High, home of the Broncos, and Coors Field, one of the prettiest parks in the nation, in my opinion, home of the Rockies. I myself live in LoHi, and I can tell you it has a great community feel, and your neighbors will want to get to know you and experience the tons of options LoHi has to offer. The foot traffic in this area is always high as it attracts people from all over the city all days of the week. LoHi doesn't take days off either. If you're looking for something to do on a Tuesday night or maybe a Monday happy hour, this neighborhood is always moving. One of LoHi's greatest assets is you can find a wide variety of experiences in the food and beverage scene. You're not stuck with the same rowdy style bars you'll find downtown or the super high-end stuff, although it does have both. An overarching vibe I'd say is chill, elevated, and it can often have a Sunday Funday feel. There's a diversity in your options, and you can still find hole in the walls or an upscale rooftop bar, and pretty much everything in between. Next, let's highlight some favorite spots and attractions. Let's look at everything from places to meet a friend for a drink on a Sunday to must-try restaurants. Before we continue, if you think this is helpful, jam that like button and hit the subscribe to see all of these neighborhood videos. If you're thinking of moving here, Spire Financial is your local connection for home financing and will help you determine your payment and options for all the areas of our city. Reach out if you need help. Now back to the attractions. Let's start right here at 32nd and Pecos. If you're looking for the place to be in Denver and great people watching, good food, and good drinks, this is where you'd likely start. Anchored by Avanti Food and Beverage and Happy Camper across the street, this corner has it all. Avanti has a 2-level bar and collective eatery with an amazing downtown view. It houses 7 restaurant concepts you can easily order from, a bar both up and downstairs, and multiple community spaces indoor and out for lounging and whatever the day brings. Across the street, you'll find Happy Camper, one of the hottest spots in all of Denver, and great for eating, drinking, or just overall people watching. Right south across the tiny Highland Gateway Park, you'll find Prost Brewing. And another block down is the Bindery and My Neighbor Felix, both great food spots with cool bars and outdoor seating looking back at the city. Right around the corner on the north side is Root Down, some of the best new American cuisine you'll find. And another couple blocks north, you'll find the Lonesome, the best neighborhood bar for classic and modern cocktails without the pretentiousness, in my opinion. Let's head over a few streets west, and at 32nd and Tejon, you'll find Williams & Graham and the Occidental. Williams & Graham is a speakeasy with a tiny bookstore cover that was voted the Cocktail Bar of the Year in 2013, along with countless other Best Bar awards from various publications. This makes it pretty tough to get into though, so it's best bet to get on the list or get a reservation and head to one of the other bars on the list below. The Occidental is right next door and couldn't be more different from Williams & Graham. A shotgun-style New York sports bar, the Occidental is fun and great for bellying up to the bar and meeting your neighbor, and also has a great late-night scene. Tucked behind the alley of the Occidental is Recess, Bamboo Sushi, and Postino. Recess is an indoor-outdoor space and perfect for the weekend day with friends and dogs. Bamboo Sushi is absolutely delicious, and Postino is probably the best spot for drinking wine, rosé, or even cold beer on a patio. Let's head south on Tejon to 30th. Little known fact is you can't see a home listing in the LoHi area without a picture of Little Man ice cream on it. I don't know what they put in the ice cream, but there's often a line around the block. Grabbing ice cream on a hot day and hanging out here or across the street at Hirshhorn Park is popular most days of the week. Linger, a converted mortuary, offers stunning and eclectic food, drinks and views, and is a great place for date night or just meeting friends for a patio drink with a view. L5 might have the best view though, as it's located on the top level, level 5, of its building. Its elevated food and drinks also make it a great spot for a date night, but book early to ensure you can avoid the waits. The Post Chicken and Beer and 2 more great sushi spots, Sushi, Ronin, and Mizu, round out this spot for great options. From there, let's head over to 15th Street. Here you'll find the Truffle Table, a cozy wine bar with tapas, fine cheeses, and charcuterie. Then down the street you'll find one of Denver's most unique bars, Forest Room 5, a mainstay of the LoHi experience. Eclectic in every way, its outdoor space is one of the most unique places in all of Denver. Finally, you can head down 15th and over the highway to Platt Street. Platt Street has 2 awesome poke places, a bunch of bars and restaurants, and some of the best coffee shops/eateries in the city, plus Denver Beer Company and its dog-friendly patio. From there, you can cross the river into Commons Park, which is technically riverfront, but the neighborhoods share a common vibe and appeal. This park is always active, and you'll find people doing all sorts of activities and sunbathing all times of day, all week long. After riverfront, one more bridge will put you right into downtown, and that is a whole nother video. So what did we forget? Comment below your favorite spots. What areas do you want to see next? And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe button for more on this series as we cover all of Denver. If you're looking for help on where to live in Denver, we'd love to help. Spire Financial is based right next to LoHi and is a home lender helping people in all of Denver figure out what homes and price ranges work best for their unique scenarios. Thanks for watching. See you next time.